Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive.
Glad to be back.
All right, so we're diving headfirst into the MLB free agency chaos, and let me tell you, things are heating up,
Oh, they are for sure.
especially with this whole Roki Sasaki situation.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up.
Right. This guy, I mean, he's a Japanese pitching phenom,
He is.
and every team's trying to get their hands on him.
That's for sure.
Just look at his record. 29 wins,
Wow.
a 2.10 ERA in Japan, which, by the way, that's earned run average.
Right, right.
So basically, he doesn't give up a lot of runs.
No, he does not.
And over 500 strikeouts. I mean,
That's incredible.
it's insane.
Right.
So the big question is, can the Mets actually snag him?
Well, that's the million-dollar question.
Right. What makes this even more interesting
Yeah.
is that from what we've been hearing,
Mm-hmm.
Sasaki isn't necessarily looking for the biggest payday.
I think that's true.
He seems to be more focused on finding a team that can, help him reach his full potential.
Exactly. Exactly.
So it's not just about the money. It's about development.
Yeah, and I think that's smart on his part.
For sure.
Because you look at a player like that, and he's got such a bright future ahead of him. He wants to make sure he's in the right environment to really flourish.
Yeah, long-term success. Wow.
Absolutely. And the money will follow.
Exactly. But early reports had those West Coast teams, the Dodgers and Padres, as the front runners, right?
Yeah, the California lifestyle, the sunshine.
Yeah, who wouldn't want that?
Exactly.
But honestly, when I heard that Sasaki's agent said the decision's not final, like it's not a done deal, I was pretty relieved. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it keeps the Mets in the game.
Keeps them in the game, exactly. And that's where I think the Mets might actually have a bit of an edge, right?
I think so too, yeah.
Because, they've been building up this really solid pitching development program.
They have, absolutely. And you look at their track record recently, they've been developing some really, really good arms.
So that's going to be attractive to a young pitcher like Sasaki, right?
Absolutely, because he knows that if he goes there, he's going to be surrounded by people who are invested in his growth.
Okay, so building for the long haul. But what makes the Mets program, stand out?
Well, for one, they have Jeremy Hefner as their pitching coach.
Okay, yeah.
And from what I've heard, Sasaki's camp is very high on Hefner.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And for good reason. I mean, Hefner's got this reputation for being really, really good at helping pitchers develop their off-speed pitches, which is key for Sasaki. He's got this devastating splitter,
Yeah, I've heard about that.
but it's not always consistent.
Ah, so there's room for improvement there.
Exactly. And Hefner could be the guy to unlock that consistency.
So Hefner's like the secret weapon.
He could be the ace in the hole.
Plus, a 2.1 ERA in Japan is insane.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Their leagues are known for having really powerful offenses.
Yeah.
So for Sasaki to shut them down like that,
It's a real testament to his skill.
it makes those 500 strikeouts even more impressive.
It really does.
But I'm just thinking, wouldn't a team like the Dodgers, with their, history of winning, wouldn't that be just as attractive in terms of development?
Oh, for sure. The Dodgers, they churn out stars.
Right.
But here's the thing. They already have a stacked pitching rotation.
Ah, okay, I see what you're saying.
Would Sasaki get the same personalized attention there that he might get from Hefner and the Mets?
That's a good point. He might get lost in the shuffle a bit.
Exactly. It's something to think about.
So, okay, we've got this West Coast allure versus this potential for, really focused development.
Right.
But what else do you think is going through Sasaki's head as he's trying to make this decision?
Well, I think team culture plays a big role.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Does he want to be part of a team that's rebuilding, like the Mets,
Mm-hmm.
or a team that's already a powerhouse, like the Dodgers?
Yeah, that's a tough choice.
And then there's the city itself. Does he prefer the laid-back vibe of the West Coast or the energy of New York City?
Those are totally different vibes.
Totally different.
And let's not forget the actual contract details.
Oh, the money always matters.
Right. I mean, those signing bonuses can be pretty hefty.
Absolutely. So the financial aspect is definitely a factor.
It'll be interesting to see how it all weighs out for him.
Yeah, how he prioritizes everything.
Because we know he's planning to announce his choice sometime between January 15th and the 23rd.
That's right. So we've got a little bit of a wait.
We do. It's like a cliffhanger. So it sounds like the Mets are still in this race. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It all comes down to what Sasaki values most.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the bright lights and the big contracts? Or is it a team that's truly dedicated to nurturing his talents and helping him grow?
It's a fascinating dilemma.
It really is. And that's what makes this whole thing so exciting.
But here's a final thought.
Okay, hit me.
How much will the pressure to live up to this Japanese Phenom label influence his decision?
Whoa, that's a great point.
It's a lot to carry on your shoulders.
It really is. Food for thought for all of us.
It really is.
Well, thanks for taking this deep dive with me. It's been awesome.
My pleasure. Always fun to chat baseball.
Keep your eyes peeled, everyone. This story is far from over.
Not even close.
We'll be back with more updates soon.
See you then?
All right, take care.
You too.